I wanted to start a fund, but I wanted a very broad fund. I didn't want to, I've had 12 years of syndicating multifamily. And I wanted to get into other assets. I wanted to do multifamily, self-storage, assisted living. Well, if you're doing a normal fund, you have to go narrow. If you go too wide, you're gonna turn somebody off. Somebody's not gonna like self-storage or assisted living. But by doing a diversified, customizable fund, they have a choice. They could be in that opportunity or not. And the other thing, so you could diversify across all different kinds of assets. Now, the other thing that you could also diversify is across assets that have different reward profiles. So some are gonna have higher cash flow. Some are gonna have better capital appreciation. Some, like development, may have, nothing during the hold and your big boost is at the end. So being able to diversify, or the investors self-diversify across all the platforms, just excited me. And I said, that's exactly what I wanted. And that's when I found these guys. So it was a perfect fit for me.
I think something very similar to what Jeff was talking about, right? I'm very passionate about real estate on one side and startups on the other side. So my fund has 4 different slices. On one slice, I invest in startups, seed stage startups. On the second slice, I'm partnered with Dave Zook on the ATM fund. On third slice, I'm partnered with Avestor on the short-term rentals, and I'm also raising for my multifamily in Dallas right now. And each of them have various different reward profiles, like Jeff talked about. So, again, the fund administration is fairly easy. Everything, all the investors come into the fund portal, they can see all your deals before they invest, they can do soft commits, so on and so forth. And then obviously, I think Avestor also allows us with a bunch of other tools like Go High Level. I love Go High Level for marketing and so on and so forth. So again, amazing platform. I've been with it about a year now, and so far so good.
And this is interesting because he's doing his own deals and he's raising capital for others. So it's a nice mix. Madhvi, do you want to?
So first of all, Avestor, when I started researching for it, I was one of them that I was doing more analysis paralysis, that whether I should go on other platforms or whether I
We got on a number of calls
Avestor.
together.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that. I actually put the money and backed out and then I went back again. So I know many of you do have that dilemma, and one thing I would say that as a capital raise partners, I was on that fork at a point in time when I decided that, okay, do I want to go in operations and be an operator, or do I want to stay in the lane in the capital raise partner, right? I picked a lane, and when I picked a lane, I wanted to provide the diversified asset classes for my investors, because a check size for an investor increases when you provide a diversification, right? What happens is that you teach them syndication through multifamily, where I started, and now they know about syndication, and they want to do self-storage, they want to do mobile home park. So if you don't give them, they're gonna go and do it with somebody else, right? So your check size in your fund increases, and that's something like Avestor can help, right? What happens is though that when you go in from a syndication model, from a single asset to a fund model, now suddenly your investors like, oh my God, I was gonna make a choice of investments and you are taking the choice away from me. That's the blindfold model that people are averse in investing in, right? So for me, it was really important for them to have that choice, so they can, what I say, that they can create their own blended performance, right? Whether it's an equity, whether it's a cash flow and equity, whether it's just the cash flow, which is ATM fund, which I'm also partnered with Dave on that one. So that is their choice now, and that gives the power back to them that they can make a choice. So that customizable fund was really, really crucial for me, right? The price was also a nagging thing that, I'm getting all this, but the price is a component, right? I just looked at it that, hey, I'm a first-time fund manager. I want to do these things right. By the way, being a fund manager is not just creating an LLC. There's much more beyond that, right? And the expertise that these guys have, and Sanjay has been on calls several times with me, and they dealt with anything that I had questions and anything about it, right? So there's so much support for it. As a first-time fund manager, it's really, really, really important that you don't make mistakes, right? Even if I have not made one compliance mistake, because the 100 emails that I was just sending me that this is what is coming due. This is your compliance checklist. So I think that's really important. So to look at it that we have paid thousands of dollars in mastermind, if you just consider that your cost is that one time, and that just makes your mental space empty, that now you can, as a capital raise partner, focus on what I need to be focusing on. Getting the deals, doing the due diligence, educating investors, and getting the capital raised. Keep the fund management to the experts. So that's what my experience.